Hello and welcome to Indelible Gaming. I'm going to be showing you how to plug in your Astro A40 TRs into your PC and your Xbox where you're chatting on your PC and not your Xbox. So without further ado, let's dive in. If this isn't the setup that you're looking to be, make sure you click on these annotations around me. If you don't have annotations on, you should totally turn them on. I'm also going to have a playlist of all the different ways that you can plug in your Astro A40 TRs into different things. So if you're curious about something else, make sure to check out my other videos. The things you will need to hook this up all come with the Astro A40 TRs. So you'll need the Astro A40 TR headset, the inline mute cable, or any kind of 4-pole cable to connect your headset to your mix amp, the microphone that came with the headset, the Mixamp Pro TR, the micro USB to USB, a digital optical cable or SPIF cable, and of course an Xbox One and a PC or Mac. I like to start with the mix amp itself, so here's the mix amp and the micro USB to USB cable. The end that is the smallest goes into the top of your mix amp where it says, even though I don't think you can actually see it, USB, so that plugs in there. And then the other end plugs into your computer on any of the USB slots that you have. The next step is I'm going to grab the digital optical cable or SPIF cable. So one end is going to go into the optical port on your Mixamp Pro TR. The other end is going to go into the back of your Xbox One where there is a digital optical port. I always have the absolute hardest time putting these in the right way. And the next part is I'm going to grab the inline mute cable. So there, of course, are two ends. The end that is closest to the inline mute that says Astro in it is going to go plug into your headset itself. And then the other end is going to plug into the bottom of your mix amp where it shows the headset. And now you've got everything set up correctly. Make sure that your Astro Mixamp Pro TR is on the right settings. So you're going to want a white ring around the power button right there. If you see a red ring, then hold this button for around 3 seconds and it'll switch over to white. And then that way you're going to be able to see all the same settings that I am. The next thing we're going to do is go into the sound settings on the computer. So what I do is I just right click on this volume button back down here and I click playback devices. So here we have all the different stuff. So we've got headphones, Astro Mixamp Pro game. So according to Astro, you're supposed to select this as the default device. And then you're going to select headset earphone, Astro Mixamp Pro Voice as the default communications device. Since this is already the default communications device, that's why you don't see it, but there's an example of it for the other thing. The reason why I have Audio Advantage Micro 2 as my default device is because I use the optical cable instead. So if you were one of those people that when I was showing you how to do this setup, you wanted to use the SPIF optical cable, then in your case, instead of selecting this as your default device, you would select your digital optical cable as your default device instead. Then we're going to go jump over here into recording. So the line right here, this is going to be your recording thing. So anything that you're recording, if you're wanting to record your voice and your teammate's voice or something like that, that's going to be the line setting. But this is the headset microphone. Astro Mixamp Pro Voice is the thing that you're going to want for both your default communication device and your default device. So just to show that real quick, let me turn this off. So this is what yours will look like. So you want to click that set default and default communication device. So we're all set here. I do want to show you one thing on Skype as well, which is this is also going to work on TeamSpeak and everything like that as well. So you're just going to go to Tools and then Options, Audio Settings, and then you're going to set it up like so. So you're going to want for your microphone, your headset microphone, Astro Mixamp Pro Voice, and then for your speakers, you're going to want your headset earphone, Astro Mixamp Pro Voice as well. and then you're going to click save, and what that allows you to do is use the little tiny knob on your mix amp itself to balance the game and the voice chat in one instead of you having to do it manually. So here is the Astro Command Center. You should definitely check this thing out because this has all kinds of stuff that you will probably want to check out. So right here we've got your different equalizer presets. These are the ones that I use. So when you're staring at it, you'll probably have default Astro EQ and also, I don't know, balance, nope, the flat maybe, or natural bass, where I've swapped that out. And then for microphone, you've got your different stream settings or your noise gate. So these are important. If somebody's not going to be able to hear your voice, make sure you switch this to, like, say, streaming or night or tournament or something like this. This tournament is going to be really aggressive, so you're going to want to either do streaming or night. Then your USB mic level, this is how loud your chat volume is coming across, and then your side tone is how loud you are hearing yourself inside your own head. The stream port is for when you're streaming. It is that line port that I mentioned a little while ago. So this is going to be all your different settings, and then your startup mode, you can choose to default start as console or PC mode. So that is Astro Command Center. Now we're going to hop into the settings for the Xbox One. Next, we have to do some simple steps on the Xbox One. So here we are on the Xbox Home dashboard. So you're going to double tap the home button. Then you're going to go scrolling down to settings, which I went past. All settings. You're going to scroll down to display and sound. Go over to audio output for the HDMI audio, stereo uncompressed. Astro says that you should turn this off. However, if you record on Twitch or you record for YouTube or record whatever using a capture card, you need your HDMI audio. So you want to make sure you keep that on. So I'm going to keep it on for my own settings since I make YouTube videos. And then for the optical audio, you're going to want bitstream out. And then for the format, you're going to want Dolby Digital. Yes, some people feel like you should have DTS digital surround sound. However, this mix amp does not support DTS surround sound. It supports Dolby Digital, and yes, you will be getting the full 7.1 surround sound. So make sure you click that. So that wraps up this video. If you have a question, please leave it in the comment section below. If you liked this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a dislike. And of course, if you've been following my content for a while, please do subscribe. I'd also really appreciate it if you're new to my channel to check out some of my other content. And if you like what you see, please do subscribe as well. All right, I will catch you and your beautiful face on the next one. See ya!